The All-Star Weekend has just wrapped up, shawties, and year after year, I'm in awe at how low the quality of this event is becoming. Adam Silver, I don't know about you, dog, but it's time to have some serious conversations about how to evolve this mid-ass showing. Show somebody who has never watched basketball this atrocity and try and convince them these are the best players in the world. They wouldn't believe you for a damn minute. Not all of it was bad though, and yes, let's see if basketball is what saves my channel from going extinct. Now, I don't know when exactly the quality of these All-Star games started to go downhill, but I swear tuning into every All-Star game before 2016 showed at least some semblance of competitiveness throughout the game. Nowadays you get absolutely ridiculous final scores, with this year being the highest at 397 combined points. No defense was being played whatsoever. Like, oh my goodness, like what is even the point of this contest? It just feels like they're just playing in their fucking backyard. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start off with the first part of the weekend, shall we? Believe it or not, this was one of the highlights for me, and not just because I got to see my glorious King Coleridge Bernard Stroud IV. No. I argue that the amount of competitiveness shown here was leagues above the actual All-Star game, and that speaks volumes as to the dilemma that we are facing in this day and age. This was one goofy ass game, but it was funny to see Stephen A and Shannon Sharpe go at it in coaching. The court effects were also pretty clean. This may not matter to some of y'all, but as a basketball fan such as myself, stuff like this has me like twirling my hair and shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Imagine they put all this into the actual basketball games. Like, oh man. Stephen A's team was stacked as hell, yet Shannon still pulled off the victory because he's just that guy. Also, somebody explain who the fuck invited Meta World Peace into this event. Like, look at his proportions compared to everyone else. Like, this shit is absurd, and Stephen A still lost. I was torn, shawties. My Pookie Bear or Uncle Shay Shay? At least CJ played pretty decently. Micah Parsons took home the MVP with 35 points, which is also pretty cool to see, so props to him. Overall, pretty fun event. Like I said, there was more competitive energy in here. Even Kai Cenat showed more motivation than some of the real all-stars. Bro was playing more intense against the 12-year-old delinquents.
Hell, Kai, you playing kids, bro.
No. They almost 13. They like teenagers.
No, Kai, ain't no way that kid had on Pampers.
No.
Anyways, solid start to everything. Pretty fun event, and I won't lie. Now, admittedly, I have the least exposure to the Rising Stars game. I didn't even get to watch this year's event either. But after watching the highlights, of course, the elephant in the room being the G League team beating Team Paul in the semifinals round. Although Team Paul was not playing seriously, you could tell. Wemby was playing like he was wearing slides or something, and he still was dominating. But I won't go too much into it either because I did not watch it. Therefore, my opinions would just be me yapping for no reason. Whoever watched it though, let me know how it compares to the other Rising Stars games. Overall, yeah, I don't know, didn't really pay too much attention to this one. Shout out to the G Leaguers though for, actually playing competitively. The skills challenge. Gone are the individual performances, with now there being a team incentive. This has been the case since 2021. I watched this event and oh man, where do I begin? Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers looked like they were legitimately the only ones who looked like they came to play and show out. I don't know what the heck the first round players were doing. Anthony Edwards out here jacking up threes with his left hand. I mean, I don't care though, it was funny, but probably not the best look for what the NBA considers top tier talent. You got Maxime Broncaro running literally the wrong way. Like, this shit was so unserious. You got a passing challenge in here, which was alright. Nothing too much to say here. Shooting contest with the first rounders airing out bricks that can make me a fucking house. Last but not least, the half-court shot for the tiebreaker. Tyrese Halliburton showing that he is him and is the only one that gives a damn about showing out. Hey, if you're a Pacers fan, I'm sure you were kicking your feet in the air at this. Only people enjoying this were probably just Pacers fans for sure. Overall, the skills challenge has always just been okay, but this year it just felt really goofy. Like, do I really need to explain? But when you really think about it, has this event ever really been show-stopping? I mean, I don't know, let me know. Ain't nobody was tuning in Saturday for this event though. Now this is the highlight of the Saturday night, the 3-point contest. This has always been a pretty cool event in previous years, and more so now recently because obviously literally half the league can shoot fucking threes. Overall, this game was actually really interesting. Like, you got 4 players tied at 26. Like, this shit was actually getting really intense. You have Dame Dalla winning again for the 2nd straight consecutive year. Good for Dame, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been alright this season. You can't lie, he's been been pretty good. But anyways, yeah, this was a pretty neat event. I mean, it's shooting threes. I mean, you can't really go wrong with this. But overall, I really like the 3-point contest. But the big highlight of this show was definitely Steph versus Sabrina. Now, this was the event all of Instagram, all of X, all of whatever fucking social media y'all use was talking about. Everybody was making predictions. Oh my gosh, the lose for Steph, because if he wins, oh, he's going too hard, and if he loses, then he just lost to a girl. It really wasn't that serious, but really, in all reality, this was a really fun event. Like, this is exactly what the 3-point contest should be more of. The best 3-point shooter from both leagues. I really enjoyed this event, and Sabrina was fucking killing it, bro. The first 7 shots I think she made in a row, and I was like, oh my goodness, will she actually beat Steph Curry? And for a moment, Steph was kind of fumbling in the near end. I was like, oh my goodness, she might actually win. But no, Steph just proved that he was the greatest shooter on the planet. But Sabrina might be a close second, dude, because wow, she literally tied Damian Lillard's record. Like, let's be honest, this girl can shoot, bro. This was a really fun event, and I hope more events like this can start up again. But this, oh my goodness, wow, these are like probably the 2 best shooters on the planet. Like, not even kidding, like 1 and 2. Like, let's just put their plaques up, you know what I'm saying? Sabrina, you are a Detroit Piston. Put her on the Pistons. I guarantee you they'll be having at least 30 to 40 wins in this season. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, matter of fact, I'm not gonna lie, women's basketball has been on the come up, and I'm very excited for that too. But we got the women's ball breaking records and shit. Like, come on, bro, give it up to the women's basketball leagues. And I hope the WNBA begins to grow, because oh my goodness, we're in the middle of a movement, and I love it, and I'm all here for it. Overall, the 3-point contest was a massive W. It was a shame that it had to be followed up by the dunk contest. Now, if there's one event this weekend that has received the biggest glow down as time has passed, look no further than the fucking dunk contest. Dude, I have no idea what's been going on, but these dunk contests have been so lame. Matt McClung is literally carrying this event to relevancy, and is the only reason why I literally tune in, because dude, his dunks are still the only creative ones. Because what the hell was Jaylen Brown doing? Jumping over 5'5" Kai Cenat in a chair, seated down? Like, come on, dude, you're not cooking at all. Shout out to him though, because not a lot of superstars actually perform in this. I mean, you got Toppin, you know, where's Zion Williamson? Like, come on, we need some big names here. But it just feels like less and less people care about the slam dunk contest, which is a shame, because I really think you can be very creative with these dunks. It's just unfortunate that like a lot of them are just not as creative. I mean, I guess it doesn't hit different, like Vince Carter putting his arm through the hoop. I mean, yeah, Sims, you can also do that, which was last year, but I mean, it just doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't hit the same. I don't know, it's just some of these are just not as creative as they used to be. Like, come on, bro, like what's going on here? I will say though that the judges were on crack, because what the hell were these ratings? I feel like they were deducting points based on if you missed the first shot or the first dunk, which it was never like that ever before. What are they doing? Why are they doing that now? Matt McClung probably had his best dunk, which was the first one, and they didn't even give this over a 49 or a 48. I forgot the score. It was like maybe less than a 49. Anything below a 50 was criminal. I'm just saying, like, come on, dude, have you ever seen anybody do something like this? He was really out here evolving, but overall, I mean, it just didn't hit the same as last year. But still, dude, like, this is some pretty crazy stuff right here. Toppin was pretty good too. I feel like his was pretty alright, but overall, like, I don't know, it just doesn't hit the same. What could be one thing to evolve this, I wonder? Probably have more all-stars in it, LeBron James. And I don't know, like, I don't want to be that guy, you know what I mean? Like, back in the day, you know, but like, come on, dude, like, literally, I don't know if it's nostalgia, but everybody else seems to agree, so it's probably not nostalgia, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, these dunks back in the day were iconic. Michael Jordan's iconic. Superman, Dwight Howard, iconic. Blake Griffin jumping over Ikea, iconic. But I mean, what do you have? Jaylen Brown jumping over Kai Cenat? Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, amid events, how much more anticlimactic can we get? Well, that's when we get to the actual game. I'm gonna say this right now, and maybe I'll be wrong next year, because I said this last year as well. This was by far the worst all-star game I ever watched. By the end of the first quarter, I was already checked out. I already knew there's gonna be no competitive energy whatsoever, because what in the world did I just watch? This was not basketball. This was not a basketball game. It was just grown men doing layups, threes, jacking it up from half court, or just dunking. nothing. All offense, no defense. There was just nothing. They were just putting a ball through a hoop. And that's not basketball. Basketball is playing defense. Basketball is showing fucking competitive energy. This was not basketball. They were just putting a ball through a hole and that was it. Like literally that's the entire point of what they were doing. No defense, no energy. The thing is, like at least with other things, like let's look to the NFL for example. In flag football, they're not like trying, but you could tell like they're making an effort to try. You know what I'm saying? Like they're at least making it look like they're somewhat trying. Here, it looks like they couldn't give less shits about what's going on. They don't even care about playing defense. Like, where's the defense at? There's absolutely nothing here. There was just nothing. Like, there's no life to this whatsoever. I mean, the crowd may be in it, like, just because of, like, what? Halliburton making 5 straight threes. I mean, that was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And when that first happened, I was like, oh my gosh, is this what it is? Is this gonna be a really good all-star game? Nope. Nearly 400 combined scored points. Like, are we for real right now? There's no way the players see this and think, oh, you know what? I think that was pretty good. I think we put on a pretty good show for our fans. No! I already know Adam Silver was pissed off, like secretly in the back watching this shit. I know for a fact talks had to be made to make this all-star game even like remotely just viewable. There's more competitive energy in the summer league. And I get that this is like in the middle of the season and everything, so obviously nobody wants to get hurt, you know, before the playoffs or whatever. But let's be honest, dude. Like, has there ever been an injury in the All-Star game besides Kobe, breaking his nose? That causes them to miss 0 games, by the way? Like, come on. This is like on another version. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like I said, oh, the NBA's gone soft. You know what I mean? But like this is not cool. Like, this just looks disrespectful in my opinion, because we look at games like back in 2007 where the All-Star game was actually something you could be competitive over, or like back in when Michael Jordan was playing, you know what I mean? Like, he actually wanted to win. What could they really do here? Like, I'm actually really curious, you know what I'm saying? I actually really enjoyed listening to Stephen A's idea, which was actually to, you know, get people from across the globe and everything, like who can ball, like street hoopers and stuff like that, and have the players sponsor them so they actually play, you know what I mean? Which is actually a pretty neat idea. You know, the economics behind it, I mean, I don't know, y'all can figure that out yourselves. I'm not an economics major, but still, pretty interesting idea. But overall, like, what else is there to say? I mean, it's been said all over Twitter. I'm not calling it X, I'm sorry. Instagram, like all the social medias, you know what I'm saying? It's been said everywhere. This All-Star game was definitely very disappointing, and I'm not gonna lie, it really was. I really tried to get behind, you know what I mean, everything. Like, of course, the game evolves, you know what I mean? Everything evolves. But like this is not an All-Star game. Like, this is nothing. This is so anticlimactic. But overall, yeah, I don't know what exactly the NBA is gonna do for this All-Star weekend or what changes can be made, but it's clear that things are just not right the way they are, you know what I mean? It's cool to get picked to the All-Star game, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They tried the option with the players drafting each other, which was pretty cool, but I mean, the novelty really wore off. They went back to the West versus East this year, and I mean, novelty wore off again, you know what I mean? Like, there really is nothing different. Like, what else could they do? You know what I'm saying? This just felt like last year's, but even worse somehow. Like, how is that even possible? But anyway, shawties, let me know what y'all think about the All-Star game. I mean, I don't know. I want it to still be there. Like, I don't think they should get rid of it at all, but I mean, come on, there needs to be a way to evolve this or have some more incentive, you know, to play more competitively, because I think that's the biggest thing. Playing more competitively, you know what I mean? Put on a show for us, you know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all next time.
City in Minnesota has the top record. They're the 1-2, but
Go ahead, Cat. 31 in the corner here for Towns. Oh, got stuck.